Hi friends, AMD Vegan with a blueberry pudding layer cake today. Very nice cake, I guess, with lots of blueberries and a nice pudding. My favorite pudding now, a live pudding, is with bananas and avocados. And I'll show you in a moment how I do it. First I make the dough and to press it in the spring form. Here it's a not even 20 centimeter spring form, so medium size to small. Yeah, a layer of parchment paper to have it a little bit easier afterwards when getting the cake out and these kind of things. It's helpful. So now I have my main tool for the cake always that has shown to be S-blade, yeah, the food processor fitted with the S-blade, and I put in my easy cake dough, I put here some almonds in, not even 2 cups. I make it a small dough, and I begin with the almonds. The date comes later, it takes some more time otherwise. I have a coarse meal now, almond meal. Quickly show you what it is now like here. See, this is the size now, and this will be the final size because when I blend it, process it now, putting the dates in here, I have a dozen dates here to make it a nice sticky dough. Putting the dates in will make it harder for the processor to get the meal finer. So that will be pretty much the size of the grain here I have in the end, and some cinnamon. Big tablespoon of cinnamon powder. That's nice for the blueberry. Blueberry likes cinnamon, and also of course with dates, very nice. So now we make the dough, sticky dough. Sticky dough ready, show you. Take some more time. The harder the dates are, the less soaked they are, the less soft they are, the longer it takes to get the sticky dough. And here I press the dough together, and it should keep together. That's why we call it sticky dough. See, not too sticky, not too long processing, because then the oil comes out of the nuts, and it gets more and more like a marzipan, and yeah, that's a different kind of cake then. So I put now the sticky dough into my spring form. These nice tools, they come with the food processors. Usually they are well shaped to get all the dough out of the processor. So pretty helpful. When I bought my food processor, I made sure there's good equipment there. So I won't need now. Put it aside. So now first I begin to spread the dough evenly. It's not a dough yet. It's called a sticky dough, and they will have to press it. And first I share it evenly all over the bottom of the spring form here. And once it's evenly spread, I begin to press it down more and more firmly. Yeah, and once it is in shape, I begin to use my knuckles and press the whole body weight onto the dough. We'll come back in a moment when it's ready. It takes some time to make it nicely, otherwise the bottom will fall apart. So in a moment. So my bottom is right here. That's what it looks like in the end. Now I can fill in. Yeah, see, it's not too thick, not too thin, just to make it keep and have a nice flavor. Almonds and dates are wonderful together. A little bit of cinnamon, that's all it needs. That's a very easy dough. So I put it aside and make the first layer of the filling. It's a layer cake. So pudding and blueberry. The blueberry first, because the pudding I thought about could be on top because it's lighter, and the blueberry filling is a little bit more heavy, so it goes on the ground. Otherwise it would be a little bit more difficult technically. So that's the reason why I put it this way. So first I have blueberry cream to make. And it's a very basic recipe. I just have some blueberries here, and the main part of this layer will be the whole blueberries. but to make them keep together, I coat them in the blueberry cream. For this, I use blueberries. Here I show you. I will blend them. Here's some nice blueberries from the farmer's market. Yeah, the guy always comes to Berlin every weekend in the summertime till September and brings a whole variety of blueberries. They're wonderful. He can explain me everything about it and how nice they are. And they have a nice pectin inside. Pectin, that is when you blend it, it gets firm by itself. So don't need so much thickener. But to make it nicer, blueberries, I like a lot of lemon and dates. That goes perfectly together with blueberries. Here, see a one lemon and some dates to make it nice, sweet and sour. That's a very basic seasoning, let's say, for the blueberries. You could put cardamom in, you could cinnamon in, or vanilla. So many options to have. Chocolate even. So there are great varieties what you can do with blueberries. Just very basic here. And I will blend that first and then put the thickener in. A little bit thickener I would use. That is better, I guess. The first part of our filling here, a very nice blueberry cream. That's so yummy. I taste it. The lemons and the dates give it just the right flavor. It's perfect. Well, let me see. You know what I do? I put it right away into the springform. I show you what it looks like. Pretty firm already. I know. I will put it into a nice little container, small container here, to get the Locust bean gum in. That is the thickener. Here, just to show you what it looks like. It's running a little bit tough. It's a little bit thick already, yeah. But just to let you know, that you have a look, an impression what it's like. So now I take this scraper and take out the rest of my blender to have this nice cream here. Put it all in there. And yeah, I could have put the Locust bean gum into the blender, but then what I'm doing right now would have been more difficult. As the thicker the cream is, the harder it's to get out of the blender. And well, why should I make it more difficult than necessary? Yeah, I have the cream now. That's the thing I want. And they need the blender for mostly. Yeah, the blender. So important to have a nice, gentle, smooth cream. And now I take the Locust bean gum and stir it right in. That's easier, I guess. So with a quick decision, because practicality is a big part of the cooking to me. So here, that is what I have. You see, it's pretty firm already. It's like a marmalade almost, but it's not firm enough. I don't know if it will firm up more, not sure. To make sure, I use the Locust bean gum. I have a small amount here, maybe 3 or 4 teaspoons of Locust bean gum. That's a wonderful thickener. Now I will take a fork and stir it in. Yeah, this is important to make sure it will all keep together, not run away. Yeah. The flavor is so amazing, and the Locust bean gum is a very nice thickener because it doesn't really make it really firm, yeah, like a gel. That is not what the Locust bean gum does, but it makes it thick enough to make the cake keep together. Yeah, especially together with the blueberries. Everything will keep together nicely. I used it in another cake and another recipe. only with blueberries and some chocolate. Yeah. But here now is the pudding version, another recipe. I have to stir a little bit more to make it all even and smooth. And always with the powders, and you stir in the powders, the meal powders, the very thin powders, the very fine powders. And make sure that it really nicely stirred in. So a little bit more. I think that's good enough. I will put that into the cake. Here, I'll show you what it looks like. This will be firm enough for sure. I put it into the spring form. The first layer. Here's my scraper. Put it in on the bottom. See, whoops. There it is. There we go. And here, it's not too much. You see, it's just like a little bit a binder for the blueberries. The blueberries sitting on the bottom, on the crust, they would roll away from the cake. That should not happen. So that's why I put this cream in. And here are my blueberries. I washed them, of course. Oops, there is a little sprig. Here, twig. Here, blueberries, nicely washed. Go in there. And now I just need to combine them a little bit with the blueberry cream. They're all a little bit coated. Doesn't need to be so perfect, because on top there will be the pudding, and the pudding will be firm also, so there's no problem, anything flowing away. No, everything will remain within the cake. That's what's most important. It's a big problem in baking a cake, or making a raw food cake especially, that's the texture of the filling. We always want the filling to be firm, of course, firm enough to be cut into pieces, and the pieces should be in shape, of course, when we serve it, to enjoy it nicely. We eat with the eyes first, you know. So that's always the thing. What kind of binder do we take? Thickener. What kind of thickener do we take? And the best nice option to me, I found, is using a lot of fruit. Using a lot of whole fruit. Yeah, like the blueberries here. We don't need that much of a thickener, because they only need a little bit to keep together. Here, I show you what I'm talking about. Here, this is my second layer, the blueberries together with the cream. Some are running around here, but it's enough. So this is the second layer in the middle. I can put it aside a little bit. Now I got the top layer. That will be, for this I need to wash my blender again. I'll be back in a second in the washed blender. See you in a moment. Hey, ready for the second layer, or the third layer, the top, the pudding. And well, I found in the recent weeks, I experimented a little bit with pudding, and I found the combination of banana and avocado very nice. Pretty close to the pudding texture I know from earlier times when I was little. Here, it's a nice combination. I have one avocado here, it's a small one. I cut out some brown parts, easy. And I have 2 or 3 large bananas, medium large bananas, ripe of course. This is a nice amount. Together they have the perfect texture. You can try that. It's really amazing what results we have here just with bananas and avocados. Who would have thought? Many are surprised, and me first. So I will make it a little bit more nicer and make a vanilla pudding. And in order to have the bananas not turning browner, I put some lemon in there. At the same time, it enhances the flavor of the banana greatly. So bananas, you have to try with lemon, is very nice blended. And vanilla, to make it a vanilla pudding. Of course, it's a very perfect combination with the blueberries together, vanilla pudding and blueberries. So I will do that first now. Next, the last ingredient will be the coconut oil, liquefied, to make it firm. Pudding has to be a little bit firmer for the cake. Let's see now. Blender dance again. So I need to blend it a little bit longer so the fiber of the lemon, the flesh inside, is all nicely combined. And here we go, the pudding texture is nice. I put in now, here, if you want to look, have a look here, that's what it looks like. It's still pretty runny, of course. Now it gets firm with a liquefied coconut oil. I show you how I do it. I have a little bowl here filled with hot water. On top of the bowl I have this metal container. Careful now, a small metal container here. And I put the coconut oil in there. And as soon as I put it on the hot water, it melts. Now I need here to make it a nice combination with my pudding to firm it up. I put the molten oil into the pudding, blend it again, and there we go. The lemon will help a little bit from the banana turning brown, so it's nicer to have it a little bit more light. Yeah. But with the vanilla anyway, it always turns a little bit browner with the vanilla, and well, if the air comes on the pudding on top, it will have also a little bit of a brown crust, but it looks nice. If you cut it, you have a nice visual effect, and we'll see it later. So here, I show you immediately what happens when here's my second layer here, the blueberry, the cream, and now the last layer, the topping, goes on top. See, very easy. Just filling it in. Not too thick, just nicely covering everything. And here again I use my scraper, yeah, not to waste anything. I had to wash the scraper too because they're full of blueberries, and it would be another different effect if I have the blueberry colors in the vanilla pudding. Well, that is for another cake maybe. Marble, maybe a marble cake. But that's something I'm not up to yet. I have to learn that yet, how to make it. I've seen that in some videos. Other famous guys here on the internet, they make these marble effects with the cakes. Amazing. That comes later. For me now, I make it very easy. Just some flavor combinations that are maybe unusual. The texture here of the pudding, maybe a little bit unusual. First I explore these kind of things before going into more artistic details. Forever, you feel free, whatever you like. Use my cakes as an inspiration, my recipes, and then I hope to have your feedback. This is what the cake looks like now. It will firm up in the refrigerator, and tomorrow overnight at the latest I can serve it to my friends and have a nice cake, nice piece of cake myself. That is also something nice. You have the cake in the refrigerator, and in the week you always have a nice dessert, healthy, nutritious, and guilt-free, of course. Okay, if you like my presentation, give me a thumbs up. We'll be very glad to have you. Also subscribe MD Vegan on YouTube. It'll be very nice to have you there. And you have another recipe every single day. And you also find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter. MD Vegan, everywhere. See you soon.